Yellow Productions presents the first 11 things you should do when you check into any hotel room. I'm Chris, this is Topher. We are YouTube's #1 human panda traveling duo, and with over 1,000 nights in hotels, we're gonna tell you the first 11 things we do when we check into any hotel room. We're at the Hilton Hawaiian Village today, which is why Topher is wearing this little lei here. Aloha. Here we're gonna be going through our checklist of 11 things. The first thing we do when we come into a hotel room is a general cleanliness check. How clean does it look? Does the carpet look clean? Do the beds look clean? In addition to the beds look clean, well, you should flip the sheets to make sure there's nothing under the sheets. Make sure there's no bed bugs, make sure there's no black spots, flip under the pillows, flip under everywhere. The one time we stayed at a hotel in Maui and we found a gecko when we flipped the sheets. You never know what you'll find under there. Another cleanliness spot to check is, of course, the bathroom. And the spot in the bathroom that we always check to see how well cleaned it is the bathtub, the dreaded bathtub. Nobody wants hair from somebody else in the bathtub. How does the toilet look? How does the floor around the toilet look? How does the sink look? If that all looks clean, then move on to item number 2. The second thing to do when you check into a hotel room is a safety check. Do the safety features work? In particular, does the door lock work? When the door closes, does it latch? Does this work? So that when we try to open it, does it actually stop it? Can you read Japanese instructions? Well, this is pretty simple. I guess we don't need to read the Japanese instructions. If you need to use the safe, does the room have a safe? Does the safe work? If the room has a balcony, does the balcony lock? And I guess this room's on the 29th floor, so it's not a big deal, but if you're on like a ground floor facing a parking lot, you'd want to make sure that works. And if you're staying in a hotel in Hawaii, you should definitely admire the view. Wow. The third thing to do when you check in your hotel room is to make sure everything works that you're gonna use. Does the television work if you watch the TV? Do the lights work? Does the power work? Do you know how to turn on the light? But the most important thing, and the thing that I do religiously, is make sure the air conditioner works. Nothing is worse than being in a room with air conditioning or heat that doesn't work, only figuring that out when you're about ready to go to bed and all the maintenance people are gone for the night. Check that right now. If it doesn't work, call the front desk and have them come up and fix your air conditioning. The fourth thing to do is a general noise check. How noisy is the room? Are you on a noisy part of the hotel? Are you on a quiet street? Luckily, my room here is pretty quiet. There's another big building back there. 29 floors up, there's the beach. But always inside when I check in, the first thing I do at the check-in desk is ask for a quiet room. And so, I look at the room map when I walk in to see how close am I to the elevator, how close is it to the ice machine, are there any adjoining doors, is there anything that's going to disturb my sleep? And by the way, this isn't just about hearing things. One time I was in a hotel that was next to the elevator shaft and I could actually feel the elevator in my room about every 30 seconds as it went up and down. So if anything about your room too noisy, too vibraty, go down to the front desk and say you want another one. Most hotels are happy to oblige a room change, so don't be stuck with a room that you can't sleep in. The fifth thing to do, check the clock. A, does the clock have the right time? And B, is the alarm not set from a previous guest? This one was set to 4:45 in the morning, not the time I want to wake up. Make sure you turn off any alarms set by previous guests. Number 6, do a quick unpack of your suitcase. Unpack anything that you're gonna need for the next morning. Make sure you have socks, underwear, shirts, a belt, anything you're gonna need for tomorrow morning that you might not be able to get in the morning because shops are closed. Make sure you check that out now. Toothpaste, toiletries, all that sort of stuff. 7th thing to do when you check in your hotel room, if you like ice, is to figure out the ice situation. Is the ice something like here, where there's an ice bucket and you can go and get it? Or is the ice something you have to call for and request them to bring you ice? If you like ice, you want to know what you have to do. Because in the next step, if there's anything that we need, we're going to call the front desk for toiletries and all that sort of stuff, and that'd be a good time to call for ice if it's one of those hotels. The 8th thing to do when you check in your hotel, well, I just gave it away, but it's to check and see if there's anything extra you need from the hotel front desk. Do you need extra sheets? Do you need extra pillows? Do you need a phone charger? Did you forget something? One of the ones that's also really important is to check the bathroom stock of towels? Does the bathroom have enough towels? Does the bathroom have enough soap? Does the bathroom have enough Kleenex tissue? This is one where I always kind of do like a little weight check of this, and sometimes I take this off to see what's down there to make sure there's more than just one piece of Kleenex in there. And if anything's missing, call the front desk, tell them you need it. They'll bring it up for you. The ninth thing to do when you check in your hotel room is after you've got your stuff that you asked for, or if you don't need any stuff, take that do not disturb sign from the inside of the door and put it on the outside of your door. If you do decide to sleep in tomorrow morning, you will appreciate not being woken up by the housekeeping knock. Just make sure that when you do leave your room the next day for the day and you want it clean, you take the sign off. The 10th thing to do when you check in your hotel room is rearrange things to your liking. For example, I don't need all these things here on the nightstand. I typically take these things on the nightstand and toss them in a drawer. They just get in my way. Sometimes I move around some of the furniture for my liking. One thing I almost always do too, because Topher is a neat freak, I'm gonna blame it on him, but is typically put a bath towel down on the desk chair, because I sort of, this desk chair, it's like discolored and it doesn't look all that lovely. And so Topher, everybody asks how he stays so clean. We like to keep him clean so he gets a nice clean place to sit. And the 11th and final thing to do when you check in your hotel room is do a video review and post it up onto YouTube. If you're curious of seeing a video review for the Hilton Hawaiian Village, well, I've got one of those. Links down in the description, or you'll find a link right up here that you can click to. Check that out. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you over there in the Hilton Hawaiian Village review. All right, till next time, aloha!